Okay, we're moving on to the top 25 starting pitchers for the 2020 fantasy baseball season. So our last two ranked are going to be Nola and Greinke. Sorry, I haven't prepped this yet. So Aaron Nola. Zach Greinke. Okay. So let's go take a look over at FantasyPros and see who the next is going to be. So we just finished with Greinke at 20. We kept him at 20. So we're going to go today Syndergaard, Glasnow, Bauer, Barrios, Woodruff. Alrighty. Let's dig in a little deeper to these guys. Take a look at their stats and see what we think. All right. Starting off with Syndergaard. Fun fact, only Noah that we're going to be talking about. All right. So Noah Syndergaard, something interesting about him. Let's just start out with his career stats. This is something that kind of took me by surprise when I was doing some prep and looking at Syndergaard before. Look at his K per 9 in his career. I always thought that Noah Syndergaard was this master ace of a pitcher striking everybody out, but his K per 9 is barely above 9. No, career 9.74. Only hit above 10 in a full season once in 2016 when he was 23 years old. So the thing with Noah Syndergaard, though, is like the heat. So that is still a thing. You know, he got master heat, still hitting almost 98 on average. And the swing and strikes always very, very good as well. 12, 13, 14. You know, limiting hard contact. But the problem is he's not as good of a strikeout, which, as I thought, which really surprises me. All right, well, let's take a look at this. Wow. Do some of these numbers pop out to you? How about this one? A 31 FIP minus in 2017? Holy crap. Like, that's ridiculous. He had a 1.31 FIP. You know, a 2.97 ERA. He underperformed with a 2.97 ERA. You know, so you look at his career average, FIP is 71, lower than his ERA, so you kind of expect he would kind of fall in around here, and 71 is an excellent number. But some things I don't like the Ks. The walks, he's limited. He's got the high heat, but he's got great control. Look at those career numbers and his numbers per year. You know, he's going to give you a full season with health. Early on, you know, he hit above 20 K-minus walk. Hopefully he can get back to there. He's going to have to limit these walks again. He was up a little bit, and then he was down with the strikeout. You know, but overall, pretty decent player. Like, I like him more than Greinke, absolutely. Better velocity, better swinging strikes. He strikes out more than Greinke, but not a ton. He limits walks, not as good as Greinke, but not terrible. You know, I like Syndergaard more than I do Zach Greinke. But Aaron Nola, you know, we're looking at Aaron Nola here. So again, last year, this ERA minus, you know, his ERA last year was 4.28, but he still pitched well enough to a 3.6 FIP. So, like, I think he was a little unlucky last year. You know, his BABIP was around his average. I think he was a little unlucky last year, and I really would assume that he's going to have a better season this season. You know, kind of regressing back to this 83, 86, which is going to be similar to Aaron Nola. You know, I trust Nola more with the Ks, but Syndergaard, Look at Syndergaard with the control. Consistently better than Nola. Okay, I'm listening. You know, similar contact. Look at this hard contact by Syndergaard. Less than 30% hard contact? That's elite. You're not going to see that. Swinging strike, fastball velocity, that's better than Nola. Okay, so now I'm intrigued by Noah Syndergaard. We got Chris Paddock and Lucas Giolito to look up now. Okay. Well, let's do something even a little crazier. Let's just jump above them because honestly, am I falling in love with Noah Syndergaard and his less than 10K per 9? I might be. Let's put him up like against Patrick Corbin. Could I see myself putting him over Patrick Corbin? You know, Patrick Corbin with a fairly low hard hit rate, better swing and strike stuff. You know, doesn't have that fastball velocity, but I guess he doesn't need it if he's making them swing and miss this much. He must have a ton of movement on those pitches. Then we look at the Sierra from last year, the year before. 2 seasons back to back, Corbin's been a better pitcher based on that stat alone. Based on FIP and xFIP, he's been a better pitcher as well for the past 2 seasons. Better strikeout. And then the walk, his career walk isn't terrible. Last year, he was just up a bit. So you kind of imagine he would kind of get back to his norm. So I say Corbin would be a better pitcher than Syndergaard. So then I got to go check Charlie Morton. We got to go through all the combinations, all the permutations. We got to make sure that we're comfortable with our list here. We got to know what we're talking about. We got to, you know, be comfortable with how we're doing these things. Corbin with more strikeouts. Worst walk rate, though. You know, Syndergaard really limits the walks. Swinging strike stuff. You know, maybe I put Syndergaard over Morton. Maybe I'd be more interested in that. Let's go ahead and do that then. So Syndergaard up to the top 15. Syndergaard over Clayton. Look at Clayton Kershaw falling in the rankings to 17. Is that okay? Is that a good thing to do? Is this like sacrilege? Can we be doing this? What do the experts say? Clayton Kershaw 7 to 19. Some people are pretty low on him, but as high as 7, as low as 19, average of 13.1 in rankings. Well, we have him fairly low. I'm at 17 right now. I mean, we can reevaluate later on. Maybe after this video, I'll take some time and really see if he should really be fitting in here. But, you know, these guys up here, I would say a better upside than Kershaw at this point. Kershaw's kind of like a Greinke. Been there a while. It's going to give you the good ratios, but isn't what they used to be and not going to give you that high K upside. You know, the velocity isn't quite there. So, you know, I'm just not as high on them. You know, you got older guys, you know, who are older than Kershaw, like Scherzer, Verlander, who are still throwing the ball well. So that's why they remain up there. I don't know. All right, so let's go ahead and see who is going to be our next person in the ranking. Tyler Glasnow. All right, so he's a young kid, so he warrants a Fangraphs page here. So we looked at Lucas Giolito in the last video, and his prospect rating was 60, okay? Chris Paddock had a prospect future value of 55. It's kind of where Glasnow's at, okay? So let's, last year, phenomenal. And the big thing, he limited his walks. 2.08 last year. And before that, look at, he struggled in the minors. He always had the K upside, but he struggled with walks. Big time. And then he comes out in 2019 and has his career year. Granted, only 60 innings pitched with the injury. Who knows if he would have sustained this? He's never done it before. Do we trust he can come back after just a third season of lights out baseball and really come back and keep this under control? I don't know. I wouldn't bet on it. But let's take a look at his stats just to see. Okay. So look at 40 ERA minus, 52 FIP minus. Wowzers. Okay, wowzers. Career average, around league average, 15 home run to fly ball. He cut that in half last year. So honestly, I don't know if that's sustainable for him or not. Maybe it is. I don't know. I would trust maybe the xFIP a little more, 65, which was phenomenal. Okay. But, remember, he only pitched 60 innings, like a third of a season. He's never pitched a full 180 innings season in the bigs. But look at this absolute upside that he has. 11.2 K per 9, which is sustainable for him. He's a big strikeout guy. But the walks, I'm concerned about the walks. He's like the opposite of Darvish. Darvish, I think, can improve and sustain it. I don't know about Glass now. I mean, maybe he figured it out and flipped the switch, but I don't know for sure that I trust it just yet. His stuff isn't that nasty. It's fairly nasty. It's better than Greinke's stuff. Maybe a little similar to Nola. But look at this, the velocity. I love to see that. High velocity, fairly nasty stuff. Awesome strikeout upside, but I do not trust the walk rate. If you tell me right now he's going to have a sub 2.3 walk per 9, absolutely top 15 pitcher, no problem. But I'm putting him up against Zach Greinke, Aaron Nola right now. Can I trust it? I mean, let's see. Zach Greinke. I want to so bad. His stuff is definitely better than Greinke. I think he has better upside. But better than Nola. Nola with the 92 fastball velocity. I could throw Glasnow over Nola. Even if Glasnow regresses a bit with the walk and gets to if he stays sub 3 with the walk, I think that this would be an overall win. He'd be closer up to Darvish, Corbin. I don't want him over Syndergaard. Would I take him over someone like a Morton, Kershaw? What about Giolito? Would I take him over Giolito? Remember, Giolito and Paddock I have kind of similarly ranked, but I gave the edge to Giolito just with the slight extra experience. The K upside's similar. I would trust Giolito with the walks more. I mean, Glasnow, if he can really keep it at low 2s, is going to be phenomenal. And I hope I'm wrong that he's going to regress. Between strike stuff, Giolito was nasty last year. I mean, who am I going to trust? Let's see. This is tough. I feel like they're fairly similar. Glasnow missing the time. I'll keep Giolito above him. I could fit Paddock in between Giolito or Glasnow between Paddock and Giolito, though. Because I am higher on Giolito than Paddock. I can more than Nola. I'll go ahead and do that. But remember to be careful with that walk rate. You got to watch him early on. Maybe even in spring training if you can see if he can control that walk rate. It's going to boost him up or down either way. All right. 2 more to get through in this. Or no, wow. How many we just do? Oh, wow, we've only done 2. Okay, sorry. Trevor Bauer. Trevor Bauer. Oh, boy. How I have feelings for Trevor Bauer. So, last year, not a great season. Year before, pretty good. Year before, pretty good. But what happened last year? He pitched a ton of innings. Strikeouts were like right where he's been. The walks up above 3. I don't love it. I really don't love it, Bauer. You got to help me out a little more than that. His FIP and XFIP Sierra the past, 2018, 2017 were really, really good. And then he just kind of like fell off a cliff last year. What's that all about? I don't know. Gave up a lot of hard hit contact. His career average is 34% hard hit. He gave up 41% last year. Swing and strike's decent, he's got some decent stuff. Am I going to put him over Greinke? He's got good velocity, got decent stuff. But the control is worrisome. I'd almost rather have Greinke with, even though Bauer's upside is higher, I'd rather have Greinke with like the for sure thing, It's a tough one for me. It really is. I mean, how do you go from a 2.21 ERA to 4.48? His ERA career average is 4.04, just FYI, which isn't phenomenal. Yeah, I feel like I can't put Trevor Bauer above anybody, even though his upside is there. We've seen it before. He threw that 2-2-1 season, and we thought, well, maybe he really figured it out, turned it around. But you just got to look at the numbers. Look at these ERAs. I guess here's when he was a full starter. 2018 is an anomaly based on all this, okay? And the walk rate's super high. It's just not an ideal situation for Trevor Bauer, and I'm sorry about it. But he is going to hit the bottom and probably remain at the bottom for a couple other guys, I'm assuming. It's not great. Jose Barrios. Okay. So Jose Barrios, great start to the season last year, kind of tapered out towards the end of 2019. His ERA was very low, but you look at his FIP and XFIP, it looks like his talent wasn't as good as his ERA was reflecting. And now remember, that could be something that's sustainable if you think that the Twins defense was like really, really good, which they're decent. Yeah, they're not terrible. It looks like his ERA minus has always been like around or slightly below anyways. Okay. He's going to give you the innings. This is not exciting. A career 8.82 K per 9. I don't love it. I don't. He's gotten the walks under control a bit. He's kind of trending down the past couple of years. I mean, I like that his career average is less than 3. That's excellent. Okay, that's a good thing to have. The ERA is going to be under 4. The whip's not great. Giving up a lot of contact. And his stuff isn't swing and miss stuff. Fastball velocity doesn't get me super excited, but it's, the mid-low 90s. Okay, so him and Bauer looking head-to-head, I think I trust Barrios more, honestly, for like a full season. If you're looking at the career average, both not great. But if you look at the past few years as far as ERA, whip, it's a toss-up. I don't love either one of these guys. I guess maybe I take Bauer, hope he gets below 3 walk rate this year. and keeps the higher strikeouts. These strikeouts for Berrios are just not going to cut it for me, honestly. You know. Yeah. All right. Jose Berrios stays below Bauer. Oop. Now we're getting into the territory where it's like, yeah, I'll have these guys on my team, but they better be like my third starter. You know, I better have at least 2 of these guys. And if you're in a 12-team league, you definitely can have 2 of these guys. That's very realistic. 10-team league, you should have like 3, maybe 4 of these guys, if depending on what you think about your hitting situation. But these are the guys I really want to be owning. All right, but let's go ahead and talk about this last one. Brandon Woodruff. I picked him up during the season last season in my main league, and I was very, very happy that I did so. So let's just take a look at some of his numbers here. So last year, excellent season. But if you look at even 2018, he was a reliever or injured. I think he was a reliever before that. 42 innings, but still really good numbers back then as well. So performing very well. We look at his straight up category stats. He's going to get you like a 3.6, mid-3 potentially ERA. Decently low whip, 1 teens. Okay. That's kind of what we're looking at with Woodruff. The Ks are there. Definitely above 9, but last year with a 10.58, excellent stuff. Limits the walks. Hasn't always in his career. But remember, this was his full like starter season last year. 2.2, as long as he can keep it around 2.5 or below 2.5, I'm gonna be very happy because that's gonna mean he'll be above a 20% K- walk percentage. So I like that. Then we look at swinging strike, decent, 11, 10, 11. It's gonna put him above Berrios for me, I think, and he's got heat. Look at this velocity, 96. He's definitely above Berrios for me, but I put him above Bauer though. Bauer better swing and miss stuff. Not better velocity though, but then you got to look at the walk rate, strikeout rate. Strikeouts are going to maybe be similar. I'd give Bauer the slight edge, but this walk rate really, really concerns me. And this ERA thing is a problem, a big, big problem for Trevor Bauer. ERA, only 1 season where he excelled. It's going to be 4. I would trust Woodruff over Bauer, to be honest. And I know that might be difficult, but then Greinke's going to be like the gold standard. Greinke maybe doesn't have the best upside, but I already know without looking at the stats that I would take Greinke over Woodruff. All right, there we go. There's our top 25 starting pitchers. Next video, we'll go ahead and visit the top 30.